What's going on, world? So what's going on, YouTube? We back with another video, and in this video, just like the other ones, we are only here to talk about SPY, the S&P 500. And today we had a little bit of movement. Sorry if you keep seeing that ad pop up. I am using strictly Webull now. I do mark out my charts on TradingView because it just moves a little easier for me to set up what I'm looking for, and then I'll just go into Webull and set it up on there. But so I just got rid of the membership. So today, this is all pre-market here, and you can see that we had a gap down, but my level of interest was here. So yes, we had a gap down here, but as you can see, we have a level of support at this level. Now, if we go to the 1 hour, this really gives you the clarity. Always start off on a higher time frame. As you can see from here, which was on Tuesday, March 10th, we had a pretty substantial downward move, and it's been moving down ever since. But down here at this level, there's a pop up to the upside. So I told everyone, be cautious, because this level was an interest where it could bounce and return back higher. If you can see that the pattern pretty much repeats itself when it comes to trading. The market is moving in phases, and it always has a history of repeating the exact same thing that happened in the past. Now, remember, we have sellers right here and we have buyers down here. The reason why we know that is because we can even drag this all the way over, and it's going to give us more detail. So let's see if, all right. So see, just here in that line, I didn't even move it over, to like 2 months ago or anything like that. But you can see every time we get into this zone, it's either a pop up or a pop down. As you can see, buyers are strong here at this level. So it pushes it up, comes back down, it breaks below that level, and anytime we break below this level, we end up getting bearish momentum. Now, as you can see, though, we rejected off of this level. If we move over here to the left side, furthermore, I'm sure eventually there will be a level down here. So you can see it here. Now, that was just me scrolling all the way over just to show you that this is a level of interest where we keep getting some bullish momentum. So the buyers step in at this level. So buyers are very strong here. They're strong right here. They're strong here as well, simply because you can see that we moved up in the market. Now, here's what I look for. We had a pop up in the market. Once we pass this level here and we set a support, so this was resistance. We went down. Once we broke above resistance, the resistance now becomes support. So we had a support, we had a push to the upside. Now, this was overnight. So this was all pre-market. We come up, 6:30 is when the market actually opens on my time, on West Coast time. So here's where the market opened at. So on this day, we had not very much movement. We had a push down. Let me zoom in for you. So we had a push to the downside, but we went back up. Sellers are in the market here. Remember, because we had sellers over here, we had sellers right here. So that's why this is a key level of interest. So sellers step into the market, they push us down to this level, which was our previous level here. We avoided this level. It pushed back up. It rejected from coming all the way down here, which again, if I go all the way to the other side, which I am, I'm just going to do it just so you can see how history repeats itself. So you can see right here, there's a level. So it's not spot on, but the minute that we broke above this level, we got bullish momentum. Same thing here. The moment we got above this level, we had bullish momentum. Now, 648 would have been my next stop if 648 would have been my next stop. I don't know if I said that. If 661 did not hold up. But by the grace of God, it held up. So once we push to that upside, we get sellers here. Now the sellers have to be so strong to where they push this market all the way down here like this. We tap that zone and we continue to go down. I am sorry about that. If we would have continued to go down, we would have set a level right here. And then we potentially would have fell under, went up, and then we would have just continued on down here, possibly. Right? What happened though, we had a level set here. We popped up. Now it doesn't want to pass this level, right? But when we pull back down, we stop here. We get a break to the upside. We set a support. This is what you call a higher low. So remember that this is a higher low. So anytime we have a higher low, you can consider it as a potential break of structure to head back into the opposite direction of where it's at. So we had a break of structure. We moved to the upside, which is today's move. This was 5 a.m. And then we have 6 a.m. Once we got up here in pre-market, sorry about that again. Once we got up here in pre-market, as you can see, we are doing the exact same thing as what we had over here. Now, if this level here does not hold and we return back down here to the downside, this level has to hold. If it does not hold, then what we'll see is another return to the downside. Pop up. It won't go above this level. We're going to head back down to the downside. We will break this level, but this could be your support. You set that as a support to where you could bounce up again and return back to this side. So this is what it may look like tomorrow morning. It may look just like this. Downside, and then we break back to the upside, but we have to get above this level. In order for us to stay above this level, you want to see a break to the downside and a continuation up to the upside. So you want it to look something very similar. The minute it lets me stop doing it. You want to see it look very similar to this. Now, you also may see where it gives you a breakdown here. I know I'm giving you maybe too much, but you may see it pop up, pop down, hold a support, and then continue to the upside. You have to be cautious at this level though. This level, you can see we push down. This level we push down. So what you're looking for is a break to the upside, a retest, and then a continuation to the upside, as I just mentioned. If it doesn't and it breaks below, it'll do something like this, and then it could potentially give you a break of structure, create another high low, a higher low, and then continue to the upside. So it's super tricky, but I'm just giving you all the setups to watch for and just be cautious of. At the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen in the market. All we can do is just be prepared for it. So if the market gaps down overnight and into pre-market and we start pushing back up to the upside, you just have to be cautious of this level. If we break above this level, we can return back to the 674.43. If we break below this level here, we have now broken support. And if we break that support and we get a retest, which would be this here, it's not going to go exactly like this, but if we break this support and we break under, there will be a retest. And then if that retest continues to the downside, this is going to be your entry point right here on this dotted line. You want to enter there and continuously have it go down to that side. You want to take it in a bearish momentum. So you want to take it to the downside. That will return back to this 661. If we hit 661, we try to do a pop here, we would continue to the downside. Now be cautious because this is a level as well. So you can see right here, this level is a level of support. If it breaks that support, then you're most likely going to return back down to the 661. If we don't hold there, depending on tomorrow is when Fed Powell speaks. So we got FOMC, we just got a lot of things that has played out this week that controls the market as far as interest rates and things like that. So you just want to be very, 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 very cautious when you are entering into whatever trade it is that you're entering into. But tomorrow should be very, very volatile. It should be a lot of volatility in the market. It should move in a direction to where people can capitalize once the information comes out, and hopefully you capitalize off of it. If you're not sure, when in doubt, just sit it out. But I'm just giving you what the market could do. I don't know what it's going to do until pre-market tomorrow. Then I'll after the news comes out, that's when I'll know. When I'm watching the news and I can trade during that time, I won't know up until then. But I will give you the levels tomorrow morning if you follow my Instagram, which is ChartGeek1, which the link is in the description as well. If you follow my Twitter, which is the exact same thing. I drop every single day. I drop this information in the morning before the trading session so that you know what to look for. If you master the levels, it'll change your life. Last thing I want to say is that this is on the 1 hour. So it's going to take a little bit longer. But if you can get the direction down, when you know whichever direction is going in, you can scale down and use this exact same setup, the exact same philosophy on the lower time frame as well. You just have to be cautious, because if it does not continue in that direction, like if you're on the 2 minute, it's going to be a bunch of break of structures, but it's not reversal candles. Those won't be reversals to a different side. You're not going to be able to tell if the market is reversing totally until you look at the actual higher time frames. So keep that in mind. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Share this video with someone that may be into option trading and wanting to get a better understanding of exactly how to trade. I'm not the best trader in the world. I'm not trying to be. I am just trying to change my family dynamic. And there's this thing that sits with me that I heard from someone else, which was, if you don't come from a millionaire, be the reason why others become a millionaire because of you. My family doesn't come from wealth, but be the reason why my family comes from wealth. And that's what I'm out to do. So I appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel, share and like this video. Please leave any comments underneath if you have any questions, concerns, or want me to do a video over something specific. I have no problem with doing that. I hope that y'all have an incredible day. After you watch this video, go look at the charts, apply it, and just look at everything. Look at everything that I said, and I'm positive that you'll be successful if you do.